Daddy. Last words. Daddy. A panicking daddy. I see my daughter face down in my car. I will never forget those. I want my daughter's killers locked up. It seems like it's more press on me than the people who killed my baby. That's even making me hurt more.
What do we want? Peace! We die for.
Bro, y'all.
My kids.
Y'all.
Damn, hold on.
Whole ass, bro. Y'all. See.
R.I.P. Jocelyn Adams. R.I.P. Jocelyn Adams, the 7-year-old girl that was killed in the McDonald's drive-thru. May her soul rest in peace. You know, that young girl didn't deserve that. That baby did not deserve that. And the people who did it deserve to get whatever's coming to them. I believe in a certain type of justice, but we're not going to get into my beliefs. But I am appalled at the behavior of her father, Richway. He went on the news and said that he wants his daughter's killers to be incarcerated and their face all over the world. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with wanting justice for your daughter. There's nothing wrong with actually wanting closure. But what's wrong is that we got a man here who chose a path, who stood on a path, who disrespected people, who promoted disrespect, and now crying and wanting the law instead of acknowledging. Your daughter did not deserve that. Rest in peace to your beautiful baby. She ain't deserved that, no. But you gotta take acknowledgement for your actions and your role. And that's the problem. You're not taking acknowledgement. You're trying to stand on your square and take another route. We've seen this all the time. When it gets too hot, the kitchen is too hot, the pot is too thick, the porridge is too thick. We can't stay in the kitchen. We can't eat it. We can't take what we bargained for. Are you denouncing your gang life? We can accept your denouncement. We can accept your change because you lost a baby. Or are you doing it for clout? You're posting pictures of your baby. You got people coming out about you and your role as... I can't judge you as a father. I can just judge you at your actions because I don't know you personally. But allow me to disrespect you respectfully. You are wilding. Because there's steps that you got to take in order to make it right for the people. There's steps you got to take in order for the youth to want to follow you. There's steps you got to take for people to understand that you're really sincere about your actions leading up to your beautiful princess demise, because that's what you did. You making jokes, oh, they saw the car up and they telling them the ops is waiting downstairs. All that hot stuff, all of it. All of it. And you mad that the people in the streets is mad at you? You mad that the people on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook is mad at you because you're acting like a fool. There's ways to do things. There's ways to do things. We have a typical person where things got too hot and they have to decide to flip over. It's all right. We've seen it. 6ix9ine. These things. We've seen all these things happen. It's a different situation because you lost somebody and she ain't deserved that. Little baby did not deserve that. That brings tears in my eyes. That beautiful little girl, her TikToks and her enjoying life. But you know what's the problem? Well, you're not going to get the respect because you won't take acknowledgement. You won't acknowledge. What about the families of the graves and the people that you disrespected? There's steps you got to take in order for everybody to say, you know what? We understand it's a man that changed his life. Because we can all change. We can all change, but you did not denounce the street life. You did not denounce the street. You didn't. You were still on Facebook talking crazy. There's no change in your step. Are you clout chasing? You want recognition? Richway, are you going to put out another song? What are we doing here? Are you going to make your daughter's death a sacrifice? What are we doing here, homie? Because you know better than that. Because we can see the true you now. We see the real you on the news. We see the real you. Don't make it about me. You're right. It shouldn't be about your daughter. It should be about those savages that did that. They gonna get what's coming to them. But in order for people to follow, so it's a couple of steps you gotta take. Number one, apologize to those families. Even if it wasn't you that pissed on the grave, where you and your mans violated the grave, pissed and spat on the grave. Apologize to those families. That's number one. Number two, denounce the fact that you're part of a gang or wherever you're a part of. Number three, apologize to your family for being reckless and acknowledge your actions, because you're trying to double down on the internet. So we don't know if you're acknowledging it privately. We don't know that, because for a person to say, it's not about me, what do you mean it's not about you? Instead of saying, yo, you know what, I messed up, I take my acknowledgement, I understand what I did, no child deserved to go like that. I denounce, it's a way to do it. So that's number three. Number four, are you going to change your life? Change your life. Get a job. If you're going to be a rapper, okay, cool, I don't know how it's going to go, but after you doing this on the news, but get a job. Talk to the community. Get back to the community. Not necessarily monetarily, but talk to the kids and tell them what changed your life. The loss of my daughter changed the way I think about society. It's like you running up to fight and then you make a quick turn and walk away. This is what you're doing. You need to denounce your past life. Because right now it look crazy, homie. Believe it or not, it look crazy. You're not acknowledging, in my opinion, you're not acknowledging your actions, homie. You're not acknowledging, and it hurts, bruh. A 7-year-old child lost her life because of her father's negligence. That's it. No matter what y'all say. It wasn't a random act. It wasn't like a stray bullet. And I'm just saying, acknowledge. That's all. Acknowledge. That's all I'm saying. Your daughter ain't deserve that. But you coming into the social media world, you doing things, you showing your face out there, you're writing things, you're doubling down. There's ways to go about it. You cannot be wrong and strong. You cannot be wrong and strong, Richway. Don't let nobody make you feel like you have to. Put your ego and pride away, because once you go down this road, there's no turning back. You're going down a road where there's no turning back. You cannot be wrong and strong at all. You standing on your square, cool. Make it right. For Jaslyn Adams, make it right. And do the right thing. Follow those steps. And then we can accept your resignation from the street life. And then we can understand and say, okay, yeah, those guys. Because either way, what I'm saying is those guys deserve the worst that can happen to them for taking that 7-year-old girl life. I'm with you. But the way you doing it, why don't you let your girl talk? Why don't you let her mother talk? Why don't you let her grandparents talk? You talking and look like some, what are you doing? Because you was there, right? Yes. I don't see no sympathy. I don't see nothing in your eyes, homie. I hope this not a clout thing. And if it is, I'm doubling down on you. Let me watch your next few steps. But you know better. Do the right thing. Spike Lee.